Sitting here with me is Reid Frescura. Reid, you've been playing Open for how many years?
I've been playing since 2014, so going on my 5th year.
Okay, we've noticed that you've had a steady increase in wins. So where are you from?
I'm from Holland, Michigan, and so if you're, from Michigan, you always hold up your hand. So Holland is about right here, so we're on the West Coast.
Okay, so what kind of courses are out there to really compete on? Is there competition courses out there?
I mean, there's a lot of like deuce or die courses, you could say, but there's a few courses that have some good distance holes and give you some good shot variations. My favorite course is Shore Acres. You ever heard of that place?
Yeah, I think we played there a couple times.
Yeah, it's the only place in Michigan where they actually have cactus, so that's pretty cool.
That's awesome. I like that. So your rounds then. So you're from Michigan. You compete in the Open Division. How many rounds do you think that you put in a week to prepare for your next win?
Like over the course of like a regular week for tourney prep?
Yeah. Let's say tourney prep. Let's say you got a big A tier coming up. What's your practice regimen like?
So I don't like to play much the day before the tournament. So if I can get as many rounds in before that as possible, that's usually what I like to go for. So, I like 2 rounds a day. I know a few people who like to do 3, but yeah, I think 2 is solid per day. Probably like 2 or 3 days before the tournament.
Is that going to be a solid 18 or 24 holes, or do you practice on the course before you play it?
It just depends on the course,
Okay. Okay, so let's bring up a big highlight, I feel, personally, in Reid's career. He received the 2018 Golden Putter Award. What's that like?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Obviously,
he's modest, guys. He's modest.
Obviously, it means I've been putting well this year so far, and I'm happy with that. Putting's definitely like one of my favorite things to do in my free time. So,
is there any practice putting games you play? You challenge people. I know we've played a couple of games
together.
Putting
games? Oh my gosh, I love putting games. I like playing putt a lot, or horse as they call it for basketball.
I got you.
That's like my go-to. Personally, I like playing in like a really small space, like a garage or a small basement. Mitchell Wilson knows what I'm talking about.
Shout out to Mitchell.
Yeah, basically just lots of trick shots when you're playing putt in a basement. But if you're outside, it's a little bit more serious. Kind of get to work on your game a little bit more. And besides that, I played 21.
Okay, that's a basketball game.
People have heard of that one. And then there's this other game I play where you kind of just throw all the discs out and use them as like markers outside of like jump putt range. And then basically every putt you make from the marker, so you make 1 putt per marker, you could say. And it's kind of like a race between everybody who's playing to like see you can get the most markers. I really like that one. Sometimes it does get a little intense and we do start running, but yeah, definitely my go-tos.
And it's also the hardest thing to be good at in disc golf. Everybody can throw a disc. It's finishing the hole that people struggle on.
Yeah, I'm just happy to see that it's like paid off, I guess, all the practice and stuff.
Yeah.
It's nice to like see it,
Because you got big names, Macbeth, Wysocki, you got Johansson. You got these people, McMahon and Lazat, they're great disc golfers, and you came out on top. Speaking of the national tour, you had a good performance, I'd say, and very memorable in Ledgestone. So tell us about the Ledgestone experience, Reid. What was that like to play the top card, 2 Jomez features? What's that like to play underneath that pressure?
Honestly, for me, I'm always like a little bit nervous on the first tee pad, but after that, I kind of just settle in and play my game. It's nice to have all those people watching because it kind of has, it kind of gives you a few expectations. You're like, all right, well,
I'm ready to win. I got these people behind me.
Yeah, like you got to make the shot if there's all those people watching, because that's what they want to see.
Yeah, they don't want to see you miss.
So, I just try to keep that in mind and just focus and just have fun,
And the next golden rule, I think, is to have fun. You realize that these people are just like you, and they're out here competing, and their names on discs. They are beatable. So I want to talk about the infamous Reid and his water shot.
Oh God!
Why? Why did you shoot? Why did you throw in the water? I think a lot of us want to know. Of all the shots, you're the only pro that I've seen throw and skip it off the water. Why?
Yeah, I played Ledgestone the first year when everybody was still calling it the circus games, and that hole did a number on me. I don't know what I took the first year, but it wasn't great on that hole. I don't know. It's just like a tough green to get, and if you can like,
There's OB in front and behind the hole.
yeah. So this past year I was playing it, and I kept throwing OB just during the practice round. I'm like, all right, I'm really getting sick of this. I gotta try something new. And I've always been a fan of like throwing shots off water because there's that little like that little rush you get, when you throw it towards the water because you don't know exactly how it's going to skip up. I mean, you can assume like a general idea, but I mean, in this case, I was trying it during warm-ups and practice, and it worked out really well. So I figured I'd try it out.
That's intimidating. So
Better, you could say it's like a better percentage shot for me.
percentages.
So that's why I picked it.
That's a good way to think about it. Percentages. Save your percentage shots. What are your expectations of yourself and for this next year coming up in disc golf?
Well, I'd like to make every putt. Honestly, I'd like to have a putter in my bag that's never hit the ground. So maybe I'll just save that for like my 25 footers in and hope it never spits out. But
Spit outs are nasty. Nobody likes a good spit out.
yeah, it was good old chain stars, but yeah, I mean, I just want to get my shots more consistent. Maybe add a few more Michael Johansson-esque shots to my game, the smooth flip ups, and I mean, just threading those tight lines. I feel like it's most important if you have great accuracy, so I'll definitely be working on that a lot too.
You're going on tour this year again.
Yep.
Okay. How are you raising funds to do this?
So this year, my friend and I, Andrew Marweed, Drew, as we like to call him, came up with the idea to make some fundraiser touches. And if you guys haven't ever seen a touch or heard of a touch, basically, I got one right here. It's like a towel pouch for your discs. And what you can do with it is you just clip it onto your bag. I mean, I like to use these two for now. And it holds like 5 discs, basically whatever you want in there. So I got discs, plastic, sunflower seeds. I like to keep my rock climbing chalk in here. That's what I throw with. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see the stamp on it, but it's actually me and Andrew Marweed in the pouch of a kangaroo. And yeah, we call ourselves the Touch Twins. If you want to get a hold of one of these, just contact me or Andy. I mean, they're pretty nice. Very sturdy. I got one in 2014, and it's lasted me all this time. This is the new one, so we just got these like a month ago. But the great part about it is, not only can it hold your discs, but it's also a hat. So with that said, there's a lot of uses for it. And I would definitely recommend this kind of product. Yeah, we're selling them for $20. Like I said, if you want to get one, just contact me or Andy. So yeah.
All right. Speaking of Andy, big names, little secret there. You're touring with Andy. Are you excited that you guys are going to be touring together?
Oh my God. Is that even a question? Touring with the great Andrew Marweed? Oh my gosh. It's going to be a blast. We've already got like a van planned out, and Andy's one of those guys who has to like take showers every day, right? And this van has like the tiniest shower. Andy's like 6'3". So
he's a big man.
I'm just imagining him just, crouching down in the back of this van in this tiny shower. But yeah, I don't think we're ever going to have a dull moment on the road. So
no, and that's going to be exciting because you guys are the top tier in the state. You, shout out to Tim Barham, Andrew Marweed being second in the state based on rating. That's amazing too. And 2 great players. We're going to be bringing Andy on the show later this month, I'd say. So what do you get a local job? I mean, how do you keep the funds coming for next season besides selling your sponsorships?
Well, I had a pretty decent season last year, so I've definitely got some money saved up from that. In addition to fattening my bankroll, I had the opportunity to hang Christmas lights for Brian Mace, man. If any of you guys remember the good old days of the USDGC in the early 2000s. Yeah, I was hanging Christmas lights for him in Texas, and that was a really good time. Thank God it doesn't snow down there, because it definitely make things a little more dangerous.
How are the golf courses down there in Texas?
Oh my gosh. They're fantastic. I played Veterans Park when I was down there, and that's a pretty well balanced course.
Is that DGPT?
That was not DGPT. I don't know if it is next year or not, but I was wicked. But it's really great because in Dallas area they got minis every single day. So unless the weather's too bad, like there's somebody that's gonna have a scheduled money round every day, and they love their glow golf down there. It was a very good time. I went once and made a lot of new friends, and yeah, I mean they're very, very friendly people and very welcoming. It was a pleasure to be down there and hang out with you guys.
So in off season, you kind of find some kind of local job that you can kind of hold down the house until season starts. When's that starting, by the way? When are you going back on tour? When's that kick off?
There's a lot of moving parts right now, just because of the things we're trying to work out. We're trying to make sure we have everything solidified before we leave, so we're well prepared. We were thinking probably heading out for the Las Vegas challenge. Currently on the wait list, number 13. I check every single day, so hopefully the numbers go down. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I guess if I don't get in, I'll be peddling these couches. So yeah, I'm selling them for $20. So if I don't get into the Las Vegas, make sure you guys come and stop by our van and check these couches out because they'll be selling like hotcakes.
Hey guys, that was an interview with Reid on the show. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to help support the channel. Make sure to stay tuned for more pros coming out of Michigan. Thanks.